Welcome everyone to Wellness Wednesdays at Metta-morphic Lifestyle. Allow me to be your host and guide for the next half hour for our next wellness talk. Let's do this.
Well, hello, Karen.
Hello.
Welcome to our Wednesday Wellness Talks. I want to take a moment and introduce Karen Pugh with us today, who is a mama and has been in the world of physiotherapy for 33 years. All right, we'll keep it on the hush. And has been with Vox, which is what we're going to cover today, for 3+ years, and is extremely involved in community volunteering. I've seen her sprout up everywhere all over our city. So it's lovely to see her smiley face all over. Thank you for joining us, Karen.
Welcome.
And I have seriously committed to having these wellness conversations every Wednesday. So I so appreciate your input on another tool that our folks can use to create a wellness package, or these tools that they can implement into their life that relieve a lot of the stress and the pressures that everyday life puts on us. What would you say drove you closer to Vox as a company, as a tool?
It just resonated with me that it might be a tool. Tool is a great word to help with my patients. So I do home care, physiotherapy, but it would also, if I did sports therapy, it would also be fantastic. But when I first heard about it, I right away started thinking of patients that could benefit, family members that could benefit, friends that could benefit. And I just jumped right in and have been very happy that I sort of took that leap of faith, because it is kind of weird. So even though I was skeptical, I was ready to give it a try. So yeah.
That's the best way to jump in, isn't it? I think it's the best way to jump in, to do your own research.
There really wasn't much to lose. It's not an expensive product. It wasn't going to cost me up front to become an associate. It was, ridiculously cheap, actually. And I thought, there's nothing to lose. Maybe it's going to help someone. And well, I'm still with it 3.5 years later. So that speaks for itself, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to show people what products we're talking about when we're saying Vox. It's neurotechnology that comes in the form of socks, in the form of insoles, as well as patches. Now, the patches look like that, and you just wear them. They're pretty clear. I can't really focus in on the print on there, but that's really the secret sauce to Vox, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not really showing up well on the camera. Do you have a pair of socks there to show?
I do. Does it show up on the insole?
Yeah,
it does.
So that oval circle there has ridges on it, as does there. We can see that. Yeah. That's a flatter insole, and you can see the ridges and pattern there. Socks have a pattern on them as well, but you can't actually feel it. It's just woven in, but the sensors on our feet feel it. And then on that patch, it's just a sticker there in that orangey stripe. It's a little hard to see it, and they all look like fingerprints. And they are the inventor's fingerprints, but the code is hidden within there because he doesn't really want anyone knowing what the exact code is. So they are hidden within another pattern. And then the patch has like ridges on it. It's really just a sticker. But the really important thing to know is that all of them are drug-free and chemical-free. The joke is they're also gluten-free, but so you can wear them if you're pregnant. You can wear them if you're on 100 drugs. You people that don't like drugs love them because it's drug-free. You can wear them if you're a baby or if you're 100. yeah, it's really good. It won't interact with any other medications. You can still have a glass of wine when you're on one.
I
So
love the fact that you bring that up, because we're always worried about drug interactions, and going towards a wellness product that supports you so discreetly, you don't even know it's there. You're wearing a sock, right? Or an insole that feels good on your feet and it's doing its job. So what is a sock doing when somebody's wearing a Vox socks? Now, I've seen some of those videos on YouTube and they show you about balance. What would you say in your line of work have you seen? Because you've shared this technology with so many of your own clients.
yeah. So when that pattern touches your skin, whether it's through your feet or from that sticker that you can put anywhere. But when that pattern touches your skin, it triggers a response in your nervous system. And the inventor, it was developed from a man in Canada and outside of Toronto, and he's done 12 years of R&D on all this. He says it's like hacking into your nervous system, which I really like that analogy, because that pattern triggers a response in your nervous system. The brain recognizes the code that's being sent its way, and then automatically starts putting things in your nervous system, starting at the brainstem, into homeostasis is the fancy word, but really balancing things out. So any signals that need to be sped up, like ones that affect your strength or your balance, if you feel those are out of whack, those might get sped up. Any ones that need to be calmed down, like maybe your monkey brain, the brain that your if you've got ADD or you're just always going, those signals may get calmed down. Pain signals may get calmed down. And they've done some really cool, well, not just some, but thousands and thousands of qualitative EEGs, which come back as colors in your brain. And you'll see the colors go from the extremes of, not working well enough or like too slow or too fast. They all start over time coming more into the middle. And actually, I say over time, it actually starts within 7 seconds. But whether or not you feel things changing or not within 7 seconds is different for everybody. I don't think I answered your question. What have I actually seen?
Well, I was actually, as you were saying these things, it actually took me to the day that you introduced Vox to me and Shaquille. And I think the kids were there with us too, weren't they? Yeah. And you had us balancing and doing these, I think it was just on one leg. Is it one leg, or are you just,
there's a great demonstration where we went, I tipped over a bunch of people today. And it's amazing. So you test somebody without the socks on, and then you test them again with the socks on, and the difference in their stability is unbelievable. You guys were having a blast pushing each other, shoving each other across the room without the socks. And then it was funny. I think we did it by video, right? And you just, the kids especially love tipping you over, and you disappear off the screen. And when you didn't have them on, and then when you had the socks on, they could not tip you over. So
it's just that instant. It's just that instant.
For that. There's no party tricks. I mean, you guys, we did it over. I wasn't doing anything magic. You guys were doing it to each other. So it shows that there was no sort of, hidden thing that we're trying. But how it affects each individual is very individual. Some people have literally changed, like, while I'm still talking to them on the couch. Like, I had one guy, he put the socks on and we're chit-chatting because we're friends, and we're and he, 10 minutes later he's like, should I be feeling some tingling in my feet? I haven't felt my feet in years. So that was really cool. I had another lady, as a physiotherapist, I was going to see her. for her back pain. And we'd done our session. We talked about the socks. She decided to give them a try. She put them on. And as I'm, she's paying her bill or whatever it was, as I'm still in her kitchen, she starts saying, my brain fog is lifting. And I mean, I was as shocked as she was. That was exciting.
Yeah.
And it was not even something like I hadn't even there was no placebo thing going on here. I'd never even said, well, your brain fog might lift or you might have clear. Nothing. We were solely focused on back pain. So that was a fun surprise. So I have seen people that it's really quite instant, and some are unexpected. And she bought the patches for her back pain, but the body, in whatever balancing act it was trying to do, decided, no, we got to clear up your brain fog first. So the brain figures itself out. And then other people take longer. Some people don't feel anything and they think they're nuts. And, they think, what did I waste my money on this for? And actually you can't waste your money because there's 100% money back guarantee.
Yeah, right there.
But all this was, it's a bunch of hogwash. And then they're like, after 3 weeks, they're like, oh, I'm glad I persevered because now I'm really noticing X, Y, and Z. I'm sleeping better, or my back pain's better, or whatever. So some people, sometimes it takes a couple of months before they really notice something. But if you don't, there is a guarantee on them, everything. So
yeah. So I actually started off with the socks, and then I had gotten the athletic pair of insoles. I had taken a trip to Florida, and this was my first jump into the coaching world. I was there for a course, and it was the first time I actually left the kids, left the husband behind, and I thought that's what felt so good. It must have had an effect, but I was working out a lot there in Florida, and I only had one pair of athletic shoes. So I had my insoles in there and I was going at it. I couldn't believe the energy I had. The sun's shining there. So there are all of these things that I'm thinking, and I'm definitely one of those skeptic people that'll be like, it could be this, although it could be that. I'll make excuses for all these things that I have tried, and I'll say I'm feeling good, but I don't know exactly why. It could be I'm going through the deduction process. Anyway, when I come back and I had other options for shoes, I could tell the difference, not just in the balancing, because I was doing a lot of not just trampoline jumping, but there were a lot of moving pieces with weights on the trampoline. And there was a lot of balancing and stability. That too had a lot to just bring your body into a state of homeostasis. So there were all of these moving pieces that I thought were attributing to my wellness, and they definitely were. But coming back and having other options for shoes and not using the insoles, I definitely could tell the difference in my balance, in my energy level, because isn't that something? There are a few different kinds of insoles, aren't there? There's one that there are three of
the cushy insoles. It's really just depending on what sport you're doing or what activity you're doing. So, yeah. But they're not really meant, the effects are all the same because the technology, that pattern is the same pattern on every insole. It's just purely, I want one for my dress shoe. I want one for running. I want one just because I'm on my feet all day. And there's just different levels of cushion and support. So it's not going to say this one's going to give you more energy. This one's going to give you more sleep. They do the same, and just how it affects you may differ.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. So I have tried that, and I have tried the thinner insoles as well, and they're pretty discreet too, like really thin, and have that pattern on them. Now, what would you say is your favorite product out of all of these? Go choose it now.
I don't have a favorite.
No.
It's like I don't have a favorite. It varies day to day with things. I don't have a lot of health issues. So when people say, what have the products done for you? I mean, I wear the socks all the time. And that's the thing. You have to wear them all the time to see the most benefit. If you just wear them because you like the purple and pink polka dotted ones and they match one outfit that you wear every once in a while, you're not going to notice anything. They really want you wearing them 24/7, which is why the patches are great. Or try wearing the socks to bed. Now, not everybody can do that. Yeah. And I must admit, mine are usually kicked off sometime in the middle of the night, but that is the goal, is to wear them 24/7. But the one thing I absolutely know for sure that the socks have done for me is whenever I work out or I go for a run and I do more than, or I shovel the driveway for the first time, or I do 3 hours of gardening or whatever. And whenever the thought of is, I'm going to pay for that, I hope I can walk tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can always walk tomorrow. In fact, I don't even know I've done anything the day before. So that is the biggest thing that I see for sure is recovery. And so athletes are loving these, and there's been a bunch of studies showing that they can, lift more, jump higher, leap taller buildings with the products. And there is lots of research behind that. So that's what I found, is it does give me more energy. And if you're an athlete and you can lift more, I mean, who doesn't want to do that, right? Oh, yeah. There was a cute story. I have a cute story that the person who introduced me to Vox told me. He was at our local hockey rink having a little, booth out there at the Wayne Gretzky hockey tournament. Yeah. And selling the insoles and socks and stuff. And some dad came by and, of course, skeptical, because it sounds weird. How can a pair of socks or a pair of insoles improve your balance and strength? Like, it sounds weird.
Solve your life problems.
So dad bought them, and he says, "You going to be here after the tournament? Because if they don't work, I'm bringing them back." Like, okay, you're going to have them on for 3 hours, and there may not be no miracles here, buddy, but yes, there is a guarantee on them. Yeah. Well, he comes back after a couple of games and says to the Vox rep, "What's in these things? Little Johnny was a superstar out there, and he's usually on his ass the whole time."
Oh, that is too funny.
Sorry, I hope this little webinar isn't PG or anything.
No,
anyway, so that's kind of funny. So now professional athletes are using them, and you'll be hearing more about that, because Vox is going to has a few spokespeople coming up, but they don't want other athletes to know they're using it because it's giving them an advantage.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, wonderful stuff. And I know your kids are little athletes too. Like, they've been busybodies, kept you busy for a number of years, and they used it, and I introduced it to my family. Definitely saw the results. I absolutely love the products. I handed them over to my parents, and they found, because as they're aging, they were very concerned about their balance. That's the number one thing that elder folk are worried about, is they're going to lose balance, there's an injury, and that's just a rumbling effect on multiple things then. So they couldn't understand it. And just like, just try it, right? It's like hocus pocus, just try it. Magic socks. As I wrap up, I do want to share with people, Karen, how do you wear the patch?
So the patches are just worn for 24 hours. It's literally a sticker. Like, it's a little 2x2. The one you showed, actually, Mishka, is old. They're smaller than that now. They're I think
they're square.
They're square, and they're a lot smaller.
Yeah.
They're made by 3M. Like, the adhesive is 3M. It's hypoallergenic. You find a place that's not sweaty or hairy and doesn't move too much. And some people do have problems with it sticking, but some tricks are like to rub it with make sure you don't have any lotions or anything on that spot. Top of the forearm is a really popular spot. this is not my forearm. I'm just losing any physiotherapy business I might have gotten. This is not your forearm, people.
I love it.
Your upper arm.
Yeah.
Actually, forearm actually is a very popular spot also.
Oh, is it? I didn't even know that. So, okay. That's probably why it rolled off your tongue right there.
That's right. It's not, it's not hairy. It's not that sweaty. There's no movement there. So that's a popular spot. Shin is, upper thigh, forearm, any place that's not, They do fine in the shower, not great in the bath or with swimming, not going to lie. So you have to figure that part out. Good for 24 hours. They come in a pack of 28 and you just switch one every day. And that's the nice thing, is the convenience of those. You can hide them. You can show them off. There are many different stickers now, patches now. And some people are wearing 3 or 4 at a time because the patches do different things and they want the different effects, different benefits. And they say they feel like a sticker book, but they won't live without them. So
yeah. That's fantastic. Now, have swimmers figured out a way to keep them on, like adding? No, they haven't.
I don't know. I mean, some people are probably putting more, Tegaderm or something like that, like more tape and stuff over top of them. None of the swimmers I know have had much luck with it. So.
Okay. All right. I'm sure the company, because the company's really, how old is Vox?
6 years.
6 years young. Okay. And they've moved pretty quickly with product that they're bringing on.
Oh my goodness, have they ever? And the owner of the company is a very spiritual, devout Christian whose goal in life is to help 1 billion people. Mm-hmm. And so far, I think we're at 6.5 million, wow, which is amazing, right? Amazing. Yeah. And he's doing things like in October right now, for every pair of socks sold, he's giving another pair of socks to a homeless shelter. There was a type of sock, every pair sold, he'd plant a tree. Like he just lowered the price. So it was of all products, so they'd be more affordable. The man is a gem. Absolutely. His heart is absolutely in the right place. And he just wants to help people. So he keeps finding new patterns that will hack different parts of the nervous system to help different issues. He's awesome.
Such great philanthropic efforts, while everything in the world, the prices are raising. It doesn't matter, groceries or homes or whatever you touch is increasing in price. He's actually dropping the prices. That's pretty interesting that he wants to reach as many people as possible. Yeah.
And the products are affordable to start, very affordable to start with.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Okay. Now, I was going to add a link for my people to purchase these products. Is there anything as we wrap up that you'd like to say to them?
Because of this 100% money back guarantee, like you've absolutely got nothing to lose and unbelievable amount to gain. There are other products, which, like I said, affect different parts of the nervous system. So just talk to Mishka about all the different products and see what can help you. And I think she's planning on some more of these wellness talks to introduce those. So honestly, nothing to do. I mean, what if it works, right? Like, what if this voodoo magic actually works? It works. What have you got? You've got nothing to lose. So.
Yeah. Thank you, Karen, for adding that and the wealth of information that you are on it, and the sharing of the testimonies with your own clients and your experience with Vox. Thank you so much for all of that. And I'd love to have you on a few other times and get some insights on how physiotherapy is helping people. Because you're diversified, right? You're diversified on all the wellness areas. So you're walking the path, and it encourages other people to see it that way, because it's a well-rounded approach to wellness. And that's what I'm trying to highlight and showcase, is the different areas, different professions, and different options that people have. It's not just the one, there's so many, and Vox is a great tool for that.
For sure. For sure. For all ages.
For all ages.
Yep.
Thank you, Karen, for tonight. And I will catch you soon.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for staying with us, and do connect with me on my various platforms for any questions or requests. Links are in the description, and see you next time.